And this is the quick review of percent increase or markup. So the quick review, and remember our last lesson did teach us a shortcut to do markup or increase, but we're going to treat it as if we haven't had that lesson yet. Okay, so Floormart purchases their thingamajigs for $49. If they sell them for $88.20, what was the percent markup? Well, you got to remember the formula, and it's just simply the percent or the part equals the percent times the whole. So that's the better formula in these instances, and therefore then we understand the markup is part of the cost of the item. Okay, well we're told that they purchase them for $49 and they sell them for $88.20. Well, be careful because we need to know the amount of the markup. And so on a problem like this, it takes a little bit of thought to understand I am selling it for $88.20. It started out at $49. How much is that markup? Okay, so 20, and what is that? 9 and 39.20. And again, you can always punch this out on your calculator just to make sure you're doing things correctly. So we got $39.20. So what was $39.20? This was the markup. Be careful. Say, I wouldn't have known to do that. I know. That's why I chose to do this problem this way for you. Okay, so now we're going to put in the formula. The markup equals, we're looking for the percent. So the percent is the variable times the whole. Again, the whole is the original cost of the item that the merchant pays. And the merchant paid $49 for the item. Okay, so now we can isolate the variable like we always isolate the variable. We can divide both sides by $49. That's what I'm looking to move. That's why I do it first. On the right, my 49s divide out. And sure enough, my percent is isolated. Now don't forget, you're doing a percent. And your percent's going to appear in decimal form in your calculator, right? So your percent's going to appear in decimal form. That should be 39.20. That would have been bad, right? Definitely give me a wrong answer. So 39.20, and then I'm going to divide that by $49. So divide it by 49, and then times 100%. We'll put that in percent form, and I get an 80% markup. Does my answer make sense? Okay, it's a $50 item, roughly. So on this one, I do know my fifths well. So $10 is a 20%. $20 is 40%. $30 is 60, and $40 is 80. And we marked it up about $40. Okay? 80% is my percent markup, and that's the answer to the problem. All right? So percent markup, they can be easier. I could give you the percent and the cost and say, hey, just find the markup. No sweat. Pretty easy problem. I could give you the markup amount and the percent and say, what's the cost? Pretty easy. Just be careful when they tell you what it costs and what it sells for. First, find the markup.